Hey everyone, my name's Lucy, and I want to tell you my story. I'm a person who is nobody in life, just nobody. Zero, empty space, because everyone uses me, including my own family. I don't know if my story will be interesting to kids, but I think there's much to be learned here, especially if you're also mellow like me. I've always been kinda like convenient. I wasn't naughty. I always helped people. Like, I helped old people cross the road, helped my mom around the house and stuff. That was the way my parents brought me up, even though my mom is really helpless herself. No, my parents weren't strict with me or anything. When I was a kid, they just told me stories about knights and princesses, and they told me that I always needed to help people. Anyway, I can understand it was all for my own good. Their goal was to make a good person out of me. But instead, I got married too early, at 17. I can't say it was for love. It just happened that he proposed to me, and I couldn't say no to him. He had very sad eyes. My husband is 10 years older than me. He saw perfectly who was going to be his wife. I got pregnant very quickly, and we had a kid. At 18, I was already a mom. Plus, I got pregnant again, and the second one was coming. It was a kid's production process. I love kids very much. My husband always said that happiness is having a large family. So, one kid after another. Fortunately, I couldn't have kids anymore. I had some health problems. Otherwise, I guess the number of kids would be proportional to our sex acts. Of course, I didn't study anywhere. I didn't go to college. Well, what can I say? I didn't even try to enter or pass exams. I didn't work because I had 2 small kids. And my husband also said someone had to do the housework. I must admit, he earns good money. Our kids don't need anything. There are a lot of advantages in my life. But then, the hell started. The fact is, I don't know how to say no to people at all. And everyone who knows it uses it. My husband totally despises me. He knows I have nowhere to go. And in any case, the kids will stay with him. In fact, I'm just a servant in my own house. The kids always take his side too, because he is a big dad to them. He has some authority. But well, what do they understand in their 2 and 3 years? And mom is just like a bring, give, go away thing. But that's my own fault. I constantly spoil my kids. And then the fun started. Recently, my older sister had a baby too. And guess who's babysitting him? Right, me, because she's too busy. She started to build her career immediately after having the baby. Well, she refused to put him in daycare. Well, why do that when I don't have anything to do? That was what I was told. I just swallowed this insult and rushed to bring up my nephew. Well, really, if not me, then who? Unexpectedly, I started babysitting the neighbors' kids and the kids of the friends I still had. As a result, my house turned into a daycare. Kids changed there from time to time. I almost had no time for my own kids. My husband was furious, and I couldn't say no for obvious reasons. Moreover, everyone thinks I have nothing to do at all. A great example was when one of my friends was going to get married. I cleaned her whole house, helped cook for 50 people because she was busy. I took care of all the little things, and as a result, I wasn't even invited to the wedding. She just said thank you and slammed the door in my face. That's all our friendship. Go to the hardware store to buy the wallpaper for my mother-in-law. Okay, I go there with a bunch of kids on my neck. In rush hour, on the bus. But what can I do? She couldn't do it herself, though she's not even 50. And my husband gave her a business class car a couple of years ago. And she's been driving maybe since she was a kid. Clean up the neighbor's house while she's having a manicure? Easy. I have nothing to do anyway. My husband doesn't take me seriously. Once, I tried to complain to him. I said maybe I should take some classes or something. But he said in plain English that my job was to cook the meals and wash his clothes on time. Otherwise, why else would he need me? I cried for 3 days. I seriously thought about leaving him. Then, I realized I had nowhere to go. I had no place to live, no money, no work either. All I can do is babysit and cook these freaking meals all the time. Everyone, absolutely everyone uses me, and there's nothing I can do about it. Even the shop assistants always try to slice me or slip me a bad quality product because they know for sure I won't get into a conflict. I just can't. Everyone is so rude to me on buses. The kindergarten teacher also overloads me with work, and my friends have been sponging off me for a long time. enjoying my reliability. But the most disappointing thing is when I really needed help. All these wonderful people completely disappeared somewhere. And I didn't even ask for anything difficult. For example, just take the food delivery while I was with my youngest kid in the hospital. But no one even thought to give me a hand, although I asked. I'm tired of living this way. I'm only 21, but I look well over 30 because I just don't have time for myself. I spend all my time on other people's concerns. I'm like a freaking fairy godmother. But here's the most disgusting thing. I know well that all these people, claiming they can't really get on without me, can surely do everything on their own. But I still can't say no to anyone. Write in the comments if you suffer from the same problem. And remember, it's better to learn from childhood to say no to people than open your eyes at some moment later in your life and understand that you're being used.